This is the Rolex Cellini 3612 hidden coin watch. In the case of this watch, time is money, literally. This watch was made in 2002 and is one of the very last ones made by Rolex, if not the last. It's housed in a 22 carat 1904 Liberty Head double eagle coin. The watch inside is actually an 18 carat Rolex solid gold watch with a 1602 movement rather than the 650 movement. This watch sat forgotten in a Rolex authorized dealer's vault from 2008. It's brand new, it was never sold, and is therefore unregistered with an unwritten warranty card. I bought it on the 4th of June 2026, last week, and it therefore has a new Rolex warranty with it. The watch, or rather the coin and watch, have a knife-edge sharpness to them, and the brush finish is absolutely immaculate. It's really not been handled until I bought it. It was found recently in the vault and then serviced by Rolex in order to give it a mechanical check and relubricate it with modern oils. It was intended to be sold as a museum piece. As soon as my AD phoned me about it, I bought it instantly, which was lucky because about 30 minutes later someone else wanted to buy it, and there was a lot of interest from the AD's colleagues to sell this watch, but I'd arranged to come in and buy it. As you can see from the edge, there is a hidden button just there. That button opens the watch. Now this watch comes in a leather box, which is something that is limited to the Rolex Cellini coin watches, and unusual for Rolex, of course. This particular watch was part of a run of 25, probably less, pieces in 2008. In total, there are approximately 500 Rolex Cellini hidden coin watches made, most of which were made in the 70s and 80s. So even at that number, the total number is rather small in Rolex terms. Now this particular watch is a museum grade collectible. What is interesting about this watch, on top of everything else, is that it has a hammer symbol on the back without a handle, and that hammer symbol gives a little bit more of the story behind this watch. Now this watch also has an M serial number. Both of these factors tie into it being a 2008 final production watch. Now I'll just open this watch. Now, under Swiss hallmark laws, the hammerhead without a handle is the collective mark explicitly reserved for precious metal watch cases manufactured in Switzerland outside the canton of Geneva. The case code on this watch is 121, and that being inside that precise hammer frame, it stands for, and pardon my pronunciation, Guillod Günther SA, which was historically registered out of La Chaux-de-Fonds, the legendary epicenter of Swiss watchmaking. Knowing that Guillod Günther made this case tells me why the execution of the coin watch is so mechanically pristine. Guillod Günther were founded in 1866 and was a legendary secret weapon for the absolute peak tier of luxury watchmaking maison. They did not make mass market cases, and instead they were the ultimate go-to specialists for ultra complex precious metal geometry, high jewellery integration and split metal physics. To put their pedigree into perspective, this is the exact same workshop that hand fabricated the hyper-complex multi-pusher platinum and gold cases for the Patek Philippe reference 5004 split seconds perpetual calendar, which is widely considered one of the greatest grand complications ever made. Now, in the 60s and 70s, Rolex used Wenger, which has got a Geneva Key 1 for the coin cases. However, as the industry shifted, Guillod Günther took over crafting these highly specialized ultra-low volume masterpieces for the final runs. And because it was built by Guillod Günther during the M series era, the structural integrity of the spring release button on the rim and the internal alignment of the secure bezel ring are built to modern, tighter tolerances. This makes it structurally superior and far more physically robust than the versions from the 70s. So this basically is a piece of watchmaking history. It's a 2008 Rolex Cellini 3612 housed in a masterpiece of a split 1904 US coin, crafted by Guillod Günther and left completely untouched for nearly 2 decades in retail stasis, and then safely awakened by a Rolex corporate service very shortly before I bought it in June 2026. In terms of modern vintage horological purity, it simply does not get any better than this. This is a true modern museum piece.